Welcome back to another episode of BudgetTravelerChris.com with the RV restoration project. Last week, you'll remember, we were working on getting these seized up rear brakes unseized. All four wheels were seized up. Got the front wheels unseized with a big crowbar. And then we used a big crowbar on the rear drums as well to unseize them against those swelled up shoes. They're asbestos and metal metallic shoes, and they get absorbed with water. Water gets in there, makes them all thick and expand, and then they don't release. So we've got them released. So we're gonna try and start up this bad boy. And last time we tried to start it, it didn't have any spark. So I brought a little spark box, because this here is called the ECU, the electronic control module, and Ford is famous for the DuraSpark and the DuraSpark 2 modules, and they famously get hot and fail. So here's a spark box, and this spark box works both with Dodge, Ford, and Chevrolet. You just have to flick a switch here in order to work the HEI GM ignition, because that's a little different than the Ford and Chrysler. So you can see the brand new rebuilt carburetor there, and I've put the inline fuel filter in here. So the inline fuel filter will show us if there's any debris like rust from the gas tank coming up in through the gas line. And then we've taken the coil out as well. So the coil plugs onto this harness here, so to clean the corrosion off the terminals of that plug to the coil, which mounts there. And then there's the coil there. You can see we've cleaned the terminals really nice and clean now with a brass wire brush, and we've tested it. So when you test it between the two primaries, negative and positive, you should get about a 2,000 ohms. And when you test it from a primary to a secondary, where the 20,000 volts comes out, that should be about 8 to 10,000 ohms. And that checked out. That passed the test. So we've put a battery in here now, and we're going to try and start up this bad boy so we can turn this wheel. And the front wheels are turning okay, so not too worried about them. But right now we've got these massive big dually wheels here. The wheels are taken off now so we can work on them, and we need to get them moving freely. So we're going to work on that again today. We got them spinning the other day a little bit, so that heated them up, so that'll dry out the asbestos pads, but needs a little more. So wish us luck. We're going to be working on this bad boy here now, and it gets dark so early now. It's about 4 p.m. already, and Pacific Standard Time here in Souk, BC. So absolutely beautiful day though here in Souk. So I'm going to take advantage of this nice weather here, because it's been raining solid for weeks. Alrighty everybody, wish me luck on this one, because we're going to need it. Stay tuned for more new and exciting diagnosis, the RV project. So we've got the RV running now with the spark box, and we'll show you how that works. The spark box works without the use of a coil or a module. The spark box actually provides the ignition here. Instead of this control module here, there's the coil. They're completely disconnected right now while this is running. You can see the fuel filter there is full now. Fairly clean. There's the rebuilt carburetor there. You can see the high tension wire there goes to the distributor there. And that comes from the spark box right here. The spark box is providing all the power for this engine to run right now. So we'll go back and show you how the wheels are turning here. And that's heating up the drum, which will help dry out the brake shoes in there that are all soaking wet from the moisture from sitting for 8 years. So it's just idling in reverse right now, and that's actually getting quite warm, that drum, because not seized anymore, and it's turning freely just by idling. So we've had some success here. And next we're going to have to try to loosen off the bleeder screws so we can bleed the brakes on this bad boy. And yeah, she's got a nice 351 Windsor motor in here. It runs really nice and smooth. So there you go, everybody. The RV is alive and running. Stay tuned while we make it run better on Budget Traveler. You never know what we'll run into. Well, we've got the RV running now using the spark box, and we've got the big pry bar that we used to unseize the brake with jammed in there so that it won't turn. So we have that pry bar jammed in there so that wheel won't spin, and then we've got the other side should be spinning now. And there it is. The other side's spinning now. And it'll be getting nice and warm, if not hot even. It'll probably actually get hot to touch. And that'll dry out those brake shoes in there. And then I have to bleed the brakes. And hopefully then they'll work. Because right now, when I push the pedal down, basically it's like a rock. It's not pushing down at all, so wish us luck. I think we got problems with the hydraulic system. Could be the master cylinder, could be the wheel cylinders, but that's what happens when things sit for like 10 years, almost 10 years for this guy. It's been eight years, so wish us luck. We carry on with the repair of the RV Glendale edition. Budget Traveler Chris. Take care, everyone.